Hi, my name's Paul. Welcome to my 5 Things Friday. I'm an artist and I work in the art department for Harmony Inc., so I'm involved with a lot of the covers that you guys see. And today I wanted to use my post to just share 5 of my own paintings with you, a little different side of my artwork. Since I've been a kid, I've always used art as a way to express what was going on in my life, positive and negative stuff, and that's been very helpful for me. So I'm just gonna, share a little bit about my story and show you a few of my pieces. The first one is actually hanging right up here behind me. Let me scoot out of the way. There it is. It's called The Piece That Doesn't Fit, and that's pretty much exactly how I felt when I was a teenager. A lot of people can probably relate to this one. I felt like the piece of the puzzle that just, didn't belong. There's a space there for me, but my puzzle piece doesn't fit in it. Unfortunately, so many people feel that way, and they think that they're the only ones. As I got older, I learned that, most of us have felt that way at some point. So this next painting is called the Dolly Pop Guild, and it's all about one of my favorite divas, Dolly Parton. When I was a kid growing up, my love of Dolly was just one of the things that helped me get through. I wanted to grow up and be like Dolly. She was so over the top and seemed so confident and flashy and fun. So this painting's all about a little boy's idea of, what it would be like to enter into that world, because it was so far from where I was at the time. This next painting is called A World Apart, and it deals with a lot of the feelings that I had about being in school and feeling like there were parts of myself that I had to hide in order to fit in. I remember being a little kid and not even having a care in the world. I loved Snow White, and it was nothing for me to prance around the house and pretend that I was a Disney princess, and there was nothing wrong with that. But then when I entered school, suddenly I'm surrounded by all of these people who are trying so hard to fit into certain molds, and boys were not supposed to do anything feminine or act in certain ways. So that was really my first experience with feeling like I had to hide certain parts of myself. So in the painting, you can see all of the colorful, fun shapes and swirls and things are all buried under the ground, and that was how I spent a lot of my childhood. Fortunately, those things have all come to the surface now. This next painting is called Sanctuary, and it deals with bullying and how we all have to find our own way to shut down those voices and find a safe place where we can escape. Uh, for me, it was art, and so in the painting, the figure's looking through a book of Salvador Dali's paintings, who was an artist that I loved when I was a teenager, and just surrounded by things that he loves, and listening to his music, and we all have to have a way to shut out those voices, because otherwise it can just become too much to take. And this painting, when I was working on it, it helped inspire a project that I have started with my childhood art teacher. It's called the You Will Rise Project. You can visit it online, youwillriseproject.com, where we encourage people to create artwork or write stories or poetry or any kind of creative expression about their experiences being bullied. Because when you can put it down, when you can take it out of your head and express it somehow, then that's powerful, and that's a way to connect with other people and also just release all those feelings that we carry around inside. And this last painting is called The Clearing, and I painted this around the time that my partner and I, or actually I guess I should say husband, because we just got married this year, but my husband Dennis and I first met, and I started to realize that I could just shove out all of those other things from my past, all of the baggage and all the crap that we all have, and he did the same, so that we could start to build a life together. And that's kind of what this is about. We're just sort of standing on the verge, looking out into the future, and that's how I feel. We've been together for 7.5 years, and I couldn't be happier. And I also could not have ever imagined when I was a teenager that my life would turn out this way. I am so lucky to work for Harmony Inc. and Dream Spinner and do all of these covers, to get to make my art and share it with people, and to be with the man I love. It's pretty amazing. So I know a lot of people have made videos and things saying it gets better, and it's probably hard to believe that for some of you, but I wouldn't have believed it either, and yet it has certainly gotten better for me. So thank you guys for listening and checking out some of my artwork, and hopefully we will get a chance to do this again soon.